Hello, I'm Joe Wren. Following up on a survey to the 9th District business leaders, Congressman Todd Young spent time Friday morning listening to members of the Bloomington Chamber of Commerce who share some of his frustrations with the Obama administration. WTIU's Sarah Whitmire has the story.
Chamber members called the Affordable Health Care Act tough to understand, and some said health insurance should be a choice rather than a mandate. Young says the listening tour is designed to absorb such concerns.
They're frustrated. They're frustrated by the burden of federal regulation, which is making it hard to do business here in the United States. And they're looking for relief, and we're here to get some ideas about how we might provide that.
The freshman Republican does admit the Affordable Care Act has led to more Americans finding health care coverage. With producer Stan Jastrzebski, I'm Sarah Whitmire, WTIU News.
Young is facing a Democratic challenger in his bid for re-election. Former National Security Aide to President Obama, Brigadier General Jonathan George, is the first Democrat to announce his intention to challenge Young. WTIU's Gretchen Frazee reports.
George served as a U.S. Air Force officer for more than 30 years. After retiring earlier this year, he returned to his family farm just outside of Bedford. George says he's running to return southern Indiana to what it used to be when Lee Hamilton represented the area in Congress.
I see a real need to help solve the problems that have racked southern Indiana, such as lack of jobs, a poor economy, a lot of social metrics that show a sign of deterioration. But since the mid-90s, there's a marked decrease in the quality of life in southern Indiana, and I think the people deserve better representation in Washington, D.C. to help straighten that out.
Young defeated Barron Hill in 2010. From the beginning of Lee Hamilton's first term in 1965 until the present, a Republican has only held the seat twice for just 3 of the last 46 years. For WTIU News, with producer Alyssa Perez, I'm Ben Skirvin.
And Indiana's unemployment rate went up for the 4th straight month in September. Though the unemployment rate rose to just under 9% last month, Indiana also added 8,800 private sector jobs. Ball State economics professor Michael Hicks says sustained job growth at last month's level could get Indiana back to a normal unemployment rate in about 18 months. And now checking the weather forecast for tonight, a frost advisory in effect from 2 a.m. to 9 a.m. Lows in the lower 30s, mostly sunny conditions tomorrow, with highs in the lower 60s. Then tomorrow night, partly cloudy, lows in the upper 30s. And then in the 5-day forecast, a slight chance of rain showers on Sunday, with highs up to 67. It clears out Monday, highs up into the lower 70s on Monday, and then rain back in the forecast on Tuesday. For WTIU News, I'm Joe Wren.